Well, to get a closer look now on how the storm is affecting residents, we've reached out to Kelly Sandoval in St. John's. She's the executive director of Rainbow Riders. That's a not-for-profit therapeutic horse farm. So, Kelly, let's first ask you how you're doing this morning.
I was one of the lucky ones. Thankfully, I did not lose power. Of course, it was hard getting a good night's sleep, certainly with the wind as high as it was. It was pretty scary. But to be honest with you, I know of so many people who have sustained a lot of damage. So I do consider myself very fortunate.
So what have the last 24 hours been like for you?
They've just been, of course, I've been in touch a lot with the barn to make sure that my staff there are okay and that the facility is okay, the horses are okay. They've reported to me that the horses are doing very well. There were some moments where they knew they were feeling a little nervous with the high winds. I mean, the winds were unprecedented, as you've heard. So, of course, horses being very sensory, that was, something they definitely understood to be, dangerous. But other than that, everything has been very status quo. We tried our best to, make sure that everything was forethought, so that we would be in a position where we were not enough food, not enough water, food for the horses. So, we're doing our best to try to mitigate any issues.
Well, as you say, horses, they're pretty intelligent creatures, and they are sensitive to human interaction as well, of course, weather. So how did you deal with them, prepare them with the weather and the storm coming in?
I think the main thing was, like I mentioned, just to try to keep them as much onto their routine as possible. The staff being there certainly has helped. I think that definitely provides a layer of comfort for the horses. Keeping to their routine, they've been able to get out into our outdoor arena for some exercise, so certainly that helps quite a bit. So to be honest, they've done pretty well. I'm very impressed with how the staff and the horses have fared.
So you had the horses out in the snow, or were they covered? How did you get them outside?
Oh, they weren't outside. Nobody has been outside for some time now, but they've been able to go in. We have an indoor arena. I'm sorry if I said outdoor. I meant indoor. We have a state-of-the-art facility with an indoor arena, so they've been able to take advantage of that.
Okay, that's what we've been showing pictures of. I just wanted to clear that up.
That's it.
But they sure look like they're kicking up their heels, having a good time out there. They must have sensed that that the storm has passed to an extent.
I think they're just really happy to get out of their stalls, and I definitely think they said something unusual is happening. I know that for a fact. All
right, now, lots to still go when it comes to cleaning up. What's your biggest worry right now?
Our biggest worry certainly is the length of time and the amount of manpower that's going to require to clear our property and also clear the paddocks for the horses to be able to actually get out and to their normal routine again. We really thought today was going to be, a day where we could all kind of pool together our resources and get out and get cleaned up, but I really don't think that's going to happen. So, we definitely want to, if anybody wants to come and give us a hand, we're hoping that we'll get some volunteers in order to try to clear the property, because it definitely will take more than our 6 staff to do that. It's going to be a huge job.
And you get a sense of how your neighbors are doing with all this?
The neighbors at the barn, or
well, folks,
the neighbors?
Folks you're in touch with in the community.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been different. I think the way that different communities have been affected is different too. Like depending on where you're located and what snowfall you kind of received, I think it's all been very different. I know that, for instance, my neighbors just down the road lost their power since early last evening and still don't have it. So I guess it just depends on where you are located, to be honest.